What's that say? What's that say? What's that say? What's that say? First line of defense is insurance. Talk to the company in the back or your agent. Has everybody heard of an umbrella insurance policy? Does everyone here have one? How long is a judgment good for in the state of California? 10 years. Can you renew it? Yes. Is there a number of times you can renew? Nope. So, if you don't have a personal umbrella liability insurance policy in this state, you're crazy. Speaking from personal experience, since we're on tape, I'm not going to say which member of my family was involved in an automobile accident. Somebody was taking my son to a high school dance. It was a blackout dance. You're supposed to be all dressed in black. The gentleman had headphones on. The witnesses there said he neither looked right nor left. Stepped out. My wife unfortunately hit him at about 10 miles an hour with our Suburban. He rolled up on top of the Suburban. He was fine at that point. When she panic stopped, he rolled off the Suburban. Hit his head. 2-centimeter skull fracture. 7 days at Stanford. $300,000 in medical bills. What do you think we got 18 months later? A nice letter in the mail that said you are being sued for how much? $4.5 million. He was going to be a doctor, but because of the accident, he couldn't be a doctor. What I didn't tell you is his father was here from Sweden, the leading expert in brain and spinal injuries. He was a paraplegic. In his last year of neurosurgery, he dove in a lake and broke his back, lost the use of his legs. His mother was also a physician, teaching at Stanford. Anybody want to guess what the insurance company settled for? Of course, I can't tell you exactly. It was 7 figures. Is your normal car insurance sufficient to cover that? No. Fortunately, I had a $2 million umbrella policy. So that covered it. Between my auto and the umbrella policy, I was covered. So again, what's it say, what's it say, what's it say? Make sure you have insurance, both for yourself, the person, and if you have a business, rental properties, that they're covered. So you have policies covering everything. Because there's unlimited amounts of renewal in California, we recommend between $3 and $5 million on a personal umbrella policy. At $3 or $5 million, you can have a structured settlement. That may be worth $5 million for 3, and the $5 million can easily be worth 10 by payments over time. The $1 million, there's not much you can do because who wants to get paid right away when they settle? The attorneys. And they're typically taking 1/3 to 40% of the recovery. So again, in California, even if you own nothing except a job, you should have a personal umbrella policy. Because they can collect from your pay 25%, 20 years, till you die. And does that come off the gross? Or does the IRS still take all their normal taxes and everything else? So the 25% is off your net, not the gross, which really impacts your ability to live. So again, there will be a presentation later, but it is insurance, insurance, insurance. It's just a cost of doing business. And look at it that way and you'll be fine. Any questions on insurance? Have I beaten that to death enough? It saved me and my family. So again, it's that important. After you have the insurance, which is your first tool for protection, you can have trusts, and there's a multitude of different trusts. Everybody heard about a revocable living trust? It's kind of one of those things, it avoids probate. So So it actually saves not you, because you have to pay for it, but your family lots of money down the road. So you should have, at a minimum, a revocable living trust and all the other documents that go with the estate plan. We like to use multiple entities. Not just one, but multiple. Where's most of the risk come from in the ownership of real estate? Not a trick question. Owning or managing? Managing. So you can have multiple entities. If you have enough income coming in for yourself, who can manage the properties? Your kids. Thereby transferring wealth to them. It's no longer yours. It can't be taken away from you because the kids own it. Gifting plans. Anybody here have an established gifting plan? Meaning you're transferring on a regular basis money to your kids? What's the magic number for this year? It's 14. What's the current exemption for inheritance tax? 5.3 was last year. So what is it this year? 5.4. Just to confuse people, 543. Instead of 534, it's 543. It was indexed for inflation and went up $90,000. That's also generation skipping transfer tax and gift tax. Again, U.S. citizens. There's special rules for individuals that are green card holders and special rules that if you're not a green card holder, you're here as an investor. Let's see if you can remember the case. A certain person allegedly committed murder of his ex-wife and someone else without using names. And what couldn't they get at? His retirement plans, not an IRA. Because an IRA, the Supreme Court has said, yes, an IRA is if you file for bankruptcy protection. A retirement plan up to $1 million can be protected, subject to the jurisdiction of the judge feeling you need that much money. But he didn't have an IRA, he had a retirement plan under ERISA. That's absolutely protected. They can't get at the funds. He had one for the players. He had one for the Screen Actors Guild. He had one for the broadcasters. He had a fourth one that I don't remember. Before he went to Nevada, what state was he living in? Why did he move to Florida? There's an unlimited homestead exemption in the state of Florida. It covers your house whether it's worth $100,000 or $100 million. They slightly changed the rules. In this great state, what do you think our homeowners exemption is? There's a weather tax here, guys. It's not unlimited. Maximum is $150,000. That's it. So again, understand what the rules and things are, and you have the knowledge, then you understand what you need to do. So ERISA is great. Applying the knowledge is what you need to do. And that's why you're all here today, is kind of learn what you can do and what you can't do.